Hey guys, welcome to the first of a few videos I'll be making on the Succession Nova class in Black Desert. In this video, I will go over some of the important mechanics for Succession Nova. If you're new to Nova, or Black Desert in general, I recommend joining the Nova Discord, link in the description, if you want to find even more resources and information about the class, or more details about some of her combos. Remember, if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and feel free to comment on any other topics you'd like me to cover. Starting off, one of Nova's core mechanics is the ability to summon minions, known as pawns, to aid her in combat. These pawns can be summoned by pressing Q, which puts you into block stance. Once summoned, the pawns will exist for 30 seconds if no other command actions are taken. When the pawns attack a target, the target will receive a movement speed and DP reduction debuff. When you have active pawns and are sitting in block stance, you can press the spacebar again to command the pawns to return to your side and send out a small AoE pulse in a cone in front of you. This will also apply the debuffs to any targets it hits. This skill can also be used in PvP to catch hidden characters such as ninjas and kunos who are moving in stealth, as the AoE pulse will bring them out of stealth. One of the key mechanics for Succession is summoning Axian, King of the Dead, which looks like a giant bat demon. Axian will power up many of your skills and offer unique utility for the class. He can be summoned in two methods. The first is by pressing Shift and Space while in block stance and when you have your guards out. This will then consume those guards and summon Axian in their place. Keep in mind that this same input is how you would also desummon Axian, so be careful when using this method, as it's very easy to accidentally get rid of him. The second method is the one I prefer, and it's where you would use a skill called Icy Prison to summon him instead. This has the key input of down and E, or S and E, though I personally prefer to use it from the hotbar. This skill needs to be used while having guard summoned in your block stance, otherwise you'll end up shooting a little ice ball instead of summoning Axian. Once summoned, Axian will follow you for 1 hour and appear in the form of a white orb until you command him to attack. Unfortunately, this orb can be difficult to see on low graphic settings, so if you're ever unsure, just remember that you can use Icy Prison every 4 seconds, and it will summon him if he's currently inactive. Outside of summoning Axian, Icy Prison is one of your primary range CCs. Using this ability will command Axian and your guards to attack your target, and Axian will attempt to float the enemy if the hit is successful. Icy Prison is a great skill to be able to apply a bit of ranged pressure, as it can be used against targets that are normally out of reach. For each target hit by Axian's attack, he applies a DP debuff as well as a pain damage debuff that ticks for 200 damage every 2 seconds. If the guards are also able to attack the target, they will add an additional movement speed debuff to the target as well. When using command skills, pay attention to the timing of the attack and where Axian is in his animation. Using command skills back-to-back too quickly can cancel some of Axian's animations, as his actions are slightly delayed. This results in slightly less damage, as his attacks contribute a fair portion of your DPS as a Succession Nova. For example, in this clip you can see that half of Axian's swoop from my Icy Prison command is cut off at the end, as I use Frozen Darkness before he finished his animation. Succession Nova has another unique mechanic, Axian's Beserk mode. When you drop below 40% health, Axian will become enraged and stop following any of your commands. Instead, he will appear as a red orb and start attacking anyone near you. The enrage lasts for 1 minute and has a cooldown before he can become enraged again. When in Beserk mode, Axian will also attempt to float any targets with his attacks, which can help save you if the enemy is using any unprotected abilities. In this clip, you can see that Axian is no longer appearing when using command skills. This is because he is in Beserk mode. If you want to cancel his enrage, you will need to unsummon him using Shift and Space, and then resummon him using Icy Prison. Nova's main utility skill is called Winter Tetsudo, also known as the Ice Wall. This ability will create a temporary wall for 5 seconds, which blocks movement and skills from passing through. The beginning of the cast animation is unprotected, however you can minimize the risk of becoming CC'd and get into position faster by first using the side dash skill Icy Fog and then using Ice Wall. This skill will also block players from using the Emergency Escape V skill, similar to a Shy Bubble. This ability is great to use in choke points or against an enemy push, but be aware it will also block allies as well as enemies. Hopefully this video was helpful, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more guides or music videos on Succession Nova.
They're coming! They're coming! Ah! Oh, they're dead.
Walled.
Yes, Lanta!
My save.
Yes, Queen!